What's going on, guys? Welcome to Agent Development. Today, I want to discuss the things that are going to actually make you a paycheck in this business, okay? There are a ton of things out there that we're doing every single day, but there are 5 specific things that need to happen in order for you guys to earn a paycheck. So, let's get into it. Now, as real estate agents, especially newer agents, it's tough to even know what we're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. I mean, we have so many jobs that we attempt to do on the daily. I sat down and asked a bunch of agents what job titles fall under the umbrella of a realtor or a real estate agent. And here are some of the job titles that I was given: real estate expert, salesperson, receptionist, advertiser, marketer, bookkeeper, photographer, videographer, graphic designer, admin worker, stager, and my personal favorite, therapist. Now, I know that we don't all have to be all these things all the time. Thank goodness, because I only got the energy to do like 1 or 2 of these things. Trying to do all this stuff every single day would be absolutely exhausting. But we have to understand that the 80-20 rule is a very, very prominent thing in the real estate business, also known as the Pareto principle. It basically states that 20% of your input is going to net you 80% of your output, whereas 80% of your input will probably only net you about 20% of your output. A lot of agents are spending a ton of time on that 80% that's only going to net them 20%. But we need to switch all that, okay? We need to focus on these 5 things. These 5 things are your 20% that are going to net you that 80%. Now, the first thing that we need to be doing, okay, and it's not a shocker, it's not like some cutting edge thing, and you guys are probably going to be mad and freak out when I say this, but we need to prospect, okay? There's no secret, but I still see new agents that get their real estate license and just expect their phone to start ringing off the hook off a few social media posts or some other type of passive advertising. Now, the truth is that you need to actively go out there and find new business. In this market, I recommend actively looking for listings, okay? I recommend spending 1 to 2 hours per day doing an hour of power. Spend an hour contacting your sphere of influence and or your past clients. Once you start getting the ball rolling with business and you start putting your name out there on social media, you can always spend a second hour of power or some length of time per day reaching out to your clients on social media, responding to comments, when people DM you, replying to those. But either way, you need to spend quiet time each day looking for business. And like I said before, preferably listings. I know some of you guys are brand new agents and others maybe you just moved to the area and you're going to say, hey, I don't have a big sphere, or I don't know anyone in the area, or I'm a new agent so I don't have past clients. Ton of ways that you can find leads, okay? You can do first-time home buyer, first-time home seller seminars. You can try doing open houses. I recommend doing 1 to 2 open houses per weekend if you can find those. You can always call for sale by owners, expired listings. You could always do door knocking, canvassing neighborhoods, which most people don't like to do. I personally don't have an issue doing it. I've done it in the past. I mean, it's not something I love doing, but it's definitely a way that you could get out there and find some leads. The point is, like I said, you just need to spend time engaging people and looking for business. Number 2 on my list is to nurture, okay? There's 3 parts to nurture, and it's a lot to get into, so I'm going to make a separate video about these 3 parts, but I'm going to tell you what they are. The 3 parts are to follow up, follow through, and follow back. Following up is just basically when you meet a lead, you need to make sure that you follow up with them. The follow through would be if you tell them you're going to do something, like for instance, give them a CMA or your opinion of the value of their home or something along those lines. Just make sure that you follow through with that and you do what you said you're going to do. And then the follow back part is basically making sure that if you meet with a person and for whatever reason they decide not to do business with you, make sure that you keep them on a regular follow-up list and you're following back with those leads so that they don't go cold. So that's kind of the nitty-gritty of the 3 F's. And like I said, I will make a separate video on the topic. Number 3 is to meet clients, preferably to convert. Okay. Now, I always say to treat your mornings as if you're an employee, do all your prospecting and set all your appointments, then treat your afternoons and your evenings like you're a self-employed business owner. put it this way: if you had a job and if your boss said you have to call these 300 names today or you're fired, you would probably call all those names. You'd probably have a headset on and you'd have an auto dialer, and you would just be calling and reading scripts and doing whatever you needed to do to make sure that you didn't lose your job. And imagine if your boss said, if you call all 300 of these names, you can go home early and we'll pay you for the rest of the day. We'll pay you 8 hours, and if you finish in 4 hours, you can go home early. I think the majority of people would probably make those calls as fast as they could and then get out of work and enjoy the rest of their day. As a real estate agent, you need to be your own boss. You need to set your own daily tasks that must be done, and you need to make sure that you hold yourself accountable to completing those tasks. Number 4 is to service. You need to make sure that you're servicing your existing clients, whether it be a weekly update to your sellers about their listing or it be a regular call to your buyers. Just make sure that you're giving lender referrals, attending inspections, finding comparables for appraisers on your listings, facilitating photographers, videographers, and stagers, and referring contractors or movers. The goal is to be the only point of contact that your client needs when it comes to real estate. Good customer service will always lead to referral business. I have to give you guys a real quick real estate life hack. Come in, and this is a fantastic life hack. Just make sure that you ask for referral business during the transaction when your clients are super jacked up and excited about the move, not once they're going through the process of physically moving. You heard it first right here. Real estate agent development, baby. Number 5, last but definitely not least. Don't be shocked here, guys, but number 5 is to close, okay? Get your clients to the table, get them a closing gift, and also be sure to check in with your clients immediately after closing. And when I say immediately after closing, I mean the day after closing, the week after closing, the month after closing, and then go ahead and put them on your regular follow-up list. And you see now that you put that person on your regular prospecting list, how the whole process starts over. The whole thing is one big cycle. This is how business is done. 70 to 80% of business is done through referral, through word of mouth. And this is how most agents are able to build successful businesses, okay? So let me just give you a really quick recap. Number 1 is prospect. Number 2 is nurture. Number 3 is meet. Number 4 is service. And number 5 is close. And then, of course, once you've closed, throw them on your prospecting list, and then the whole cycle starts again. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If it was, make sure to smash the old like button. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to Real Estate Agent Development, please be sure to do so. I plan on coming out with some bangers this year. I will talk about technology, I'll talk about apps, I'll talk about video creation, I'll talk about editing video. Pretty much anything you guys want, I'm going to talk about it. I want to let my 15 years of experience in the business be helpful. I want to put it to work for you guys. Let my hindsight be your foresight. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all on the next one.